Hi everyone, welcome back to the Talent Spotlight series. My name is Arya from the Student Success Center, and today I will be highlighting a really talented student here at McMaster University named Joy. Joy has ventured out to do numerous projects alongside being a student, and we'll be highlighting some of them in this video today. So let's jump in and meet Joy.
Hi everyone, my name is Joy and I'm a fourth year health science student at McMaster University. Now, I personally would like to share my own stories because I found that in the beginning it was quite hard for me to start on this journey. But personally, I first started as a grade 12 student who was passionate about education because of my own upbringing, and that inspired me to start my federal charity, which I've continued for the past 4 years, and we've impacted 125,000 people across Canada. Now, going into education further, during the pandemic, I think we've all seen a side of the pandemic that was not really ideal in terms of productivity. And with that being said, in July 2020, I personally thought that it would be a great position if I was able to really push myself and try to improve the life of others, especially for student work-life balance. So with that being said, I set forth with only 4 people and began the Felicity App, which eventually grew to 164 contributors worldwide. Now, this initiative was something that also really helped my own development. It let me meet new people, I gained a lot of new skills, and it really inspired me to see that the student community was strong and we were capable of really achieving great things. Going forward, I decided to also pivot towards more personal hobbies and personal things that I really want to try out. And one of those things was my Instagram page, where I love traveling and pursuing different types of experiences. And that really let me see more of the world. And despite the pandemic, I was able to see greater people, more cultural insight, and really grow my own perspective of what is out there. So in terms of my beginning, I was really inspired by my own upbringing because I saw how education often had a lot of gaps within the curriculum. And with that being said, I found that oftentimes my own learning did not come from actual school sometimes. Rather, it really came from experiences of trying different things and really being hands-on. So with that being said, I decided to start STREAM Syndicate, my federal charity, and I found that being able to open new opportunities beyond the classroom curriculum was really impactful to others. And I think that type of inspiration and momentum that I gained also inspired me to continue with the Felicity App, because the productivity situation of the COVID-19 pandemic was also quite detrimental to my own development. And as a result, I thought, you know what, I know what the struggle of being a student is like. I'm a student, so why don't I get other students to work with me so that we can help more students? I think the hardest part for a lot of people, especially when it comes to pursuing their passions, is really being able to prioritize what's important and also balance everything while maintaining high quality performances. That's something that I definitely struggle with, especially in the beginning when you don't know what you want to do, and frankly, no one knows what you want to do, and you're the only person that can really decide on what to do in the future. So with that being said, one thing I found really helpful was to really evaluate my own values and my own purpose. What did I want to achieve? How would I go about it? What are some actions I can set? What are my backup plans if it doesn't fail, if it doesn't work? And with that being said, I decided to start something more tangible and concrete. So I decided to use a Google spreadsheet. It's not the cutest platform. I know Notion is wonderful, it's very trendy and cute. I struggled with some of the technological features of it, but I found that I was able to color code everything, I was able to sort my deadlines, I was able to see very simplistically and clearly what I needed to do and when I needed to do it. So with that being said, I also expanded my perspective so that I could have a monthly calendar so I could see in the next few weeks what do I have on my plate. I was also able to make a more detailed and focused day-by-day plan where I saw every 30 minutes and what I could do during those times, from when I woke up all the way to when I slept. And being able to track myself, monitor my progress, evaluate and reflect on myself is really what helped me manage my time, because I was able to see, hey Joy, you're not doing so great, you're burning out, you're tired, this commitment doesn't seem to pay off, etc. And all those small fine-tuned adjustments come from your introspection and thoughts on yourself. So being able to monitor yourself, I think, is a great step for you to manage your time and all your commitments. One of the biggest challenges I faced was really my own high self-expectations, especially when it combined with my inexperience in doing a lot of things. And I think most people can relate to that, because when you're trying to push yourself to do something you've always wanted to do, chances are you don't know how to do it, you've never done it, and not a lot of people might have. So being able to have that compassion for myself and know that this is a learning experience was really crucial for me to continue persevering, especially when I came across obstacles. I think a lot of times you also have peer pressure. Maybe you have friends who constantly ask you, hey, how's that project coming along? Or maybe you personally set goals. I will reach this number by this month, and it doesn't happen. When those moments come by, being able to see the big picture and see the overarching themes of your own learning will really help you facilitate long-term growth, as opposed to something that is more passionate but short-lived. So I think being able to really put yourself in that perspective, adjust as time goes on, and have that kindness towards yourself while prioritizing your self-care are all really important to being able to face any challenges that come your way. I think my biggest takeaway when it comes to all the experiences I've accumulated is to be open-minded. And I think especially as a young adult, we come in with a lot of predispositions, biases that come from family, friends, but in reality, there's so much that the world offers that you might not necessarily realize you need until you get there. And I think when I first started, I was really introverted, I was shy, I was afraid to talk to people, I was terribly afraid of public speaking, and honestly, I was just so reserved as a person. Gradually, with time, I realized that being able to go out there and live my dreams and be who I want to be was something that was so much more fulfilling. So personally, I would really think that the biggest takeaway in any journey is to really actualize your potential and become a better person than what you initially felt like. And that, to me, was something that really helped me consolidate my sense of self. And it really helped me realize that in life, I love being passionate and actualizing all those dreams.